chosen one. You are extremely smart. Everyone knows it. Your intuition is scaring them. I am telling you this plainly because you must understand what is happening around you and within you, and you must not look away now, or you may miss a turning point that changes everything in your favor. Your intelligence is not ordinary talent, it is a gift I placed inside you with purpose. And your intuition is the whisper of my spirit, guiding you before danger arrives and before opportunity even knocks. Comment Amen if this truth is stirring your heart, like the video right now, because what I am revealing to you will unlock clarity, protection, and a level of confidence that no one will be able to take from you. When others grow uncomfortable around your insight, it is not because you are wrong. It is because you see what they try to hide and you sense what they try to disguise. You have noticed how people react when you speak calmly about something that later turns out exactly as you said, and you have felt the quiet tension when your presence alone seems to expose confusion or dishonesty without you even trying. That is because I have sharpened your perception, and I have trained your spirit through trials, disappointments, and seasons of silence, so that you would learn to listen beyond noise and see beyond appearances. Your mind works quickly, but your intuition works even deeper, connecting patterns, motives, and outcomes before they fully form, and this ability unsettles those who prefer shadows over light. Do not shrink yourself to make others comfortable, because I did not design you to blend into blindness. I designed you to walk with discernment and to carry wisdom that protects you from traps and guides you toward divine appointments. There were moments when you questioned yourself and wondered if you were overthinking, imagining things, or being too sensitive to subtle shifts in tone and energy. Yet, time after time, your instincts proved accurate, and your awareness saved you from harm. I allowed those confirmations so you would learn to trust the voice I placed within you, the quiet conviction that rises in your chest before a wrong step, and the steady peace that settles over you when you are aligned with my will. Your intelligence is not only about facts or strategy, it is about spiritual discernment, and that is why it feels different from simple knowledge, because it carries both clarity and weight. Comment 1212. When you declare your belief in this, you are agreeing that your mind and your spirit are under my protection, and that what I have planted in you cannot be corrupted by fear or doubt. Understand that some people feel exposed in your presence because your awareness forces truth to the surface, and truth can be uncomfortable for those who live in pretense. You are not here to intimidate anyone, yet your calm confidence and accurate insight make others realize that they cannot easily manipulate you, and that realization unsettles them more than you know. I have allowed you to see through patterns of behavior, repeated excuses, and hidden agendas because I love you too much to let you walk blindly into harm or attach yourself to deception. What they call intimidating is actually integrity combined with awareness. And what they call intimidating is simply you refusing to ignore what your spirit clearly detects. You must also remember that your intelligence and intuition are not only defensive tools, they are keys to your calling and stepping stones toward influence, leadership, and impact that will stretch further than you currently imagine. I am preparing you for rooms where decisions matter, for conversations where wisdom is needed, and for moments where your quick understanding will protect not only yourself, but others who rely on your strength. Do not let the discomfort of others cause you to dim your light, because the same intuition that unsettles some will guide many towards safety, healing, and truth, and I will stand beside you in every setting you enter. Your intelligence is not loud, and that is why it is powerful. It does not need applause to function, and it does not depend on validation to remain accurate. I shaped your mind to process quickly and your spirit to sense deeply, and together they create a balance that very few people possess. When others feel unsettled around you, it is often because they realize they cannot control the narrative in your presence. There were times when people tried to make you doubt your perception. They called you suspicious, overly analytical, too intense, or too observant. Yet every time events unfolded exactly as you sensed they would, I was gently teaching you to trust the connection between your mind and my guidance. Comment 777. When you write this, you are declaring that you trust the awareness I placed within you, and you refuse to shrink it to make others comfortable. Your intuition is not random instinct. It is cultivated through every lesson you have survived, every betrayal you have endured, and every quiet prayer you whispered when no one else understood what you felt. I allowed you to experience certain disappointments, not to harden you, but to train your discernment. Each experience sharpened your ability to recognize patterns before they repeat and motives before they reveal themselves. Do not confuse this gift with pride. True intelligence under my covering produces humility, not arrogance. You do not walk into rooms trying to prove anything, yet your presence shifts the atmosphere because clarity has entered. Some people mistake clarity for threat, but clarity is simply light, and light naturally exposes what darkness tries to conceal. I want you to understand something important. Your awareness is not only about detecting danger or deception, it is also about recognizing opportunity before it is visible to everyone else. You see potential in places others overlook. You sense alignment before doors open. You feel timing before announcements are made. This is not coincidence. This is preparation. You are being positioned for spaces where quick thinking and deep discernment will protect you from costly mistakes. In business, in relationships, in leadership, and in spiritual matters, your insight will save time, resources, and emotional energy. I am building you to move strategically, not impulsively. Your intuition slows you down when needed and accelerates you when the moment is right. What if a tiny 7-second brain ritual could erase your debt and open the door to real abundance? A leaked CIA document has revealed a simple 7-second method, now helping everyday people get out of debt and draw in wealth. Tested by 4 leading neuroscience labs, this easy home practice is turning money problems into better lifestyles. People are getting new homes, cars, and travel experiences. But this information could be removed at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There are people who study for years and still lack what you carry naturally. That does not mean they are less valuable, and it does not mean you are superior. It simply means your assignment requires a different level of perception. When you feel something shift in a conversation or notice inconsistencies others ignore, that is not imagination. That is awareness, responding to subtle signals most people filter out. You must guard this gift carefully. Not everyone deserves access to your full understanding. Share wisdom where it is welcomed, but do not waste insight where it is resisted. I will show you where to speak and where to remain silent. Discernment includes knowing when silence is stronger than explanation. Sometimes your intelligence makes you feel lonely because you process faster than the people around you. You connect ideas before others finish describing them. You see outcomes before they complete their plans. That gap in speed can create misunderstanding. But remember this, I am always moving at a pace beyond human limitation, and when you feel ahead of the crowd, it is often because you are tuned into my timing. Your intuition is not meant to isolate you, it is meant to align you. I will bring people into your life who respect your perception instead of resenting it. They will not feel threatened by your clarity. They will feel supported by it. Those relationships will feel different because there will be mutual growth instead of quiet competition. There were moments when you ignored your inner warning and later wished you had listened. I did not condemn you in those times. I allowed the lesson to strengthen your resolve to trust yourself more deeply next time. Growth does not come from perfection. It comes from correction, followed by courage. I also want you to see how your intelligence protects your heart. You sense when energy shifts. You detect when words do not match intention. You recognize when commitment lacks sincerity. That awareness has saved you from entanglements that would have drained your spirit. What others call guarded, I call guided. Comment 333. When you write this, you are declaring that your faith is stronger than fear and that you accept the responsibility of carrying wisdom with grace. You are not meant to use your insight as a weapon. You are meant to use it as a shield and as a compass. It shields you from deception and directs you toward purpose. It keeps you from settling for environments that limit your growth. It nudges you toward places where your mind and spirit can expand. Understand that your intelligence alone would not be enough. Many people are intelligent but lack discernment. Many people have intuition but lack discipline. I gave you both because your path requires both. You analyze, but you also feel. You plan, but you also sense. That balance is rare. As you move forward, there will be moments when others test your boundaries because they want to see if you truly know what you claim to know. Do not react defensively. Stand calmly in your awareness. You do not need to debate your perception. Time will confirm what you already sensed. I am teaching you to trust yourself without becoming rigid. Intelligence under my covering remains flexible. It learns continuously. It adapts when new information arrives. It grows without losing integrity. That is the maturity I am cultivating in you. Your intuition is also a sign of spiritual sensitivity. You feel atmospheres shift before words are spoken. You sense unrest before conflict appears. You detect peace before solutions are visible. That sensitivity is a blessing when anchored in me. Without me it could feel overwhelming, but with me it becomes direction. Never apologize for being perceptive. Never apologize for asking thoughtful questions or noticing subtle details. Your attention to nuance is part of your strength. While others rush, you observe. While others react, you interpret. That difference will continue to protect you. There is a future ahead where your intelligence will open doors that seemed unreachable before. Promotions, partnerships, collaborations, and leadership roles will begin to align with your ability to see clearly. When that happens, remember who trained your perception. Stay grounded. Stay grateful. You are not here to intimidate. You are here to illuminate. When people feel uneasy, it is often because they are confronted with honesty in your presence. Continue to carry that honesty with kindness. Wisdom without compassion can feel harsh. Wisdom with compassion becomes transformative. I am refining your mind even now. Experiences you are walking through are stretching your ability to analyze without anxiety and to discern without fear. Each challenge is sharpening you further. Each delay is deepening your patience. You are extremely smart. Everyone knows it. And yes, your intuition unsettles those who rely on confusion to survive. But I did not give you this gift for applause or comparison. I gave it to you for purpose. Walk forward with confidence. Trust what you sense. Test it with prayer and reflection. Move when peace confirms it. Pause when caution whispers. You have often felt like you are watching life from both inside and above at the same time. You participate fully, yet part of you is always analyzing, always noticing patterns forming beneath ordinary conversations. That is not detachment, that is depth. I gave you the ability to see structure where others only see chaos. Because of this, you sometimes grow tired. Your mind rarely turns off completely. Even in rest, you are processing, evaluating, anticipating. I want you to understand that this is why you must stay anchored in me. When your intelligence runs without spiritual grounding, it can become overactive. But when it is submitted to my peace, it becomes powerful without becoming overwhelming. There are people who admire you quietly. They may not say it directly, but they notice how you rarely get blindsided. They notice how you recover quickly from surprises because you already sensed the possibility. They watch how you ask precise questions that uncover truth without aggression. That precision is not accidental, it is cultivated wisdom. Could a CIA-revealed brain ritual be the quickest path to a life of luxury? Newly uncovered CIA research has exposed a powerful brainwave method that is helping ordinary people attract wealth almost immediately. This 7-second at-home ritual, verified by 4 neuroscience labs, is shifting people from debt to dream houses, cars, and trips. If you are seeing this, you are fortunate, because this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments to learn the secret before it is gone. Yet not everyone admires this quality. Some feel exposed, some feel measured, some feel that your calm awareness removes their ability to control outcomes. That is why you must remain compassionate. Your clarity is not meant to humiliate anyone. It is meant to keep you aligned with truth. Comment 555. When you write this, you are affirming that your wisdom will be used with integrity and not with pride. You have learned to observe before reacting. That discipline has protected you in more ways than you realize. While others rush into agreements, you pause and sense the undertone. While others accept surface explanations, you look for consistency over time. This patience is part of your intelligence. It is strategic, not skeptical. I want you to remember how many times your intuition redirected you quietly. A sudden hesitation before signing something. A subtle discomfort before trusting someone new. A strong inner yes before pursuing an opportunity others doubted. Those nudges were not random emotion. They were guidance working through the discernment I placed in you. Your intelligence also allows you to understand people at a deeper level. You can see potential even when they cannot see it themselves. You can identify strengths beneath insecurity. You can sense when someone is hurting even if they pretend to be confident. This empathy, combined with insight, is rare. But you must guard against carrying responsibility that is not yours. Just because you see clearly does not mean you must fix everything you detect. Just because you understand patterns does not mean you are required to intervene every time. Discernment also includes knowing when to step back and allow others to learn through their own journey. There will be seasons when your insight places you ahead of your environment. You may feel misunderstood because you are thinking 3 steps beyond the current conversation. In those moments, do not shrink. Instead, ask me for patience. I will either elevate your surroundings or bring you into spaces where your depth is appreciated rather than resisted. Your intuition is also connected to timing. You sense when something is not yet ripe. You feel when a conversation needs to wait. You know when pushing harder would create resistance instead of progress. That sensitivity to timing is strategic advantage. It prevents wasted effort. Some people interpret your caution as distance. They assume you are guarded because you do not reveal everything at once. In truth, you simply evaluate before investing. You observe before attaching. That is wisdom, not fear. I designed you to build slowly and wisely rather than impulsively. There is a reason you rarely ignore red flags now. Experience has refined your perception. What once felt like vague discomfort has become clear awareness. You no longer dismiss your internal warnings just to appear agreeable. That growth marks maturity. Comment 999. When you write this, you are declaring that you trust the refinement process and accept the responsibility that comes with clarity. I am also strengthening your ability to communicate your insight without sounding confrontational. You are learning to frame truth with calm authority. You are discovering that tone can carry as much power as content. This balance will open doors that forceful intelligence never could. As your life expands, your discernment will be tested at higher levels. Opportunities will appear that look impressive on the surface. Invitations will sound flattering. Partnerships will promise speed and visibility. Your intelligence will analyze the details, but your intuition will reveal the motives. Listen to both. I do not want you to live in suspicion. I want you to live in awareness. There is a difference. Suspicion assumes wrongdoing without evidence. Awareness observes carefully and waits for confirmation. Stay in awareness. It keeps your heart open while your mind stays alert. Your intelligence is also creative. You see connections others overlook. You generate solutions that feel obvious only after you explain them. That creative thinking will become more visible as you step into larger assignments. Do not underestimate ideas that arrive quietly. Many of them are seeds. When you reflect on your journey, you will notice how each challenge sharpened a different part of your perception. Betrayal sharpened your discernment of character. Failure sharpened your strategic planning. Delay sharpened your patience. Isolation sharpened your self-trust. Nothing was wasted. Every experience contributed to the mind and spirit you carry now. That is why you must stop questioning whether you are too much. You are not too much. You are prepared. Your presence will continue to shift rooms, not because you are louder, not because you demand attention, but because you see clearly. Clarity influences environments quietly but powerfully. There will come a time when those who once felt threatened will begin to seek your advice. They will recognize that your perspective saves time and prevents mistakes. When that happens, remain gracious. Do not remind them of the past. Lead with humility. I am teaching you to combine intelligence with faith. Analysis alone can only go so far. Intuition, guided by my spirit, carries you further. When logic and inner conviction align, move boldly. When they conflict, pause and seek alignment before proceeding. Your life will not be ordinary because your perception is not ordinary. You will navigate situations others find overwhelming because you process complexity naturally. That capacity is part of your calling. Remember this as you move forward. You are extremely smart. Everyone sees it, even those who pretend not to. Your intuition unsettles those who rely on confusion, but it also comforts those who long for clarity. You have reached a point where your awareness feels almost instinctive. You no longer struggle to explain how you know something feels off or why a certain opportunity feels aligned. You simply know. That knowing is the result of years of refinement, correction, prayer, and quiet observation. It is the fruit of discipline. At times, you feel like you are carrying knowledge you did not ask for. You see consequences forming long before others acknowledge them. You sense when someone is about to make a mistake, even when they are confident in their direction. That can feel heavy. But remember, you are not responsible for controlling outcomes. You are responsible for honoring the insight you have been given. Is it actually possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial hardship into sudden prosperity? A leaked CIA-backed study introduces a short money ritual that is already changing lives. Approved by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to pull money toward you. People who were once struggling are now living their ideal lives with luxury homes, new vehicles, and travel. But this information may not stay online. Click the description and comments now before it is permanently removed. There will be moments when you speak gently and people dismiss your caution. Do not take that personally. Not everyone is ready to hear what clarity sounds like. Some only understand wisdom after experience forces them to. Your role is to communicate with calm conviction, not to force agreement. Your intelligence also protects your future. You evaluate long-term impact instead of chasing short-term excitement. You notice inconsistencies in plans that others overlook because they are focused on immediate reward. That foresight will save you from unnecessary detours. You must guard your mind from exhaustion. Being perceptive can drain energy when you try to process everything at once. Learn to rest intentionally. Learn to hand concerns to me when analysis begins to spiral. Intelligence is strongest when it operates from peace, not pressure. Comment 1010. When you write this, you are affirming that your wisdom is covered by divine peace and not driven by anxiety. You have also noticed that your intuition often confirms itself through subtle repetition. A thought returns, a pattern repeats, a small detail keeps resurfacing. That repetition is a signal. I allow clarity to echo before major decisions, so you can move confidently rather than impulsively. As your life advances, your discernment will protect more than just you. It will protect your family, your finances, your reputation, and your spiritual stability. You will sense when something looks impressive but lacks substance. You will detect when someone offers loyalty but hides instability. That ability will prevent you from tying your destiny to fragile foundations. There is a difference between intelligence that seeks control and intelligence that seeks understanding. You operate from understanding. You want to know why things function the way they do. You analyze systems. You notice leverage points. You recognize weak links. That strategic thinking will place you in leadership roles naturally. But leadership under my covering requires humility. The sharper your insight becomes, the more careful you must be with your tone. Truth delivered harshly can close doors. Truth delivered with grace opens them. I am refining not only your perception but also your delivery. Some people assume you are always calculating. They misunderstand your quiet observation. In reality, you are listening, you are sensing. You are evaluating alignment between words and behavior. That does not make you distant, it makes you wise. Your intuition is also a shield against emotional manipulation. You recognize guilt tactics. You notice inconsistency in affection. You sense when someone is using pressure instead of sincerity. That awareness has kept you from entanglements that would have drained your spirit and diverted your focus. There will be opportunities ahead that require decisive action. In those moments, do not hesitate because you fear intimidating others. Move confidently. Your clarity is not arrogance. It is preparation meeting opportunity. Comment 1717. When you write this, you are declaring that you accept the level you are growing into and that you will not shrink from responsibility. You may have wondered why you often feel slightly ahead of conversations. It is because you process layers simultaneously. While others focus on immediate words, you track implications, motivations, and possible outcomes. That layered thinking is rare. It is part of your design, yet with this design comes a need for balance. Do not assume every subtle shift is negative. Stay open. Allow room for positive surprises. Discernment is about clarity, not suspicion. Keep your heart soft, even as your mind stays sharp. You are entering a phase where your intelligence will intersect with greater visibility. More people will recognize your competence, more responsibility will be placed on your shoulders. This is not random growth. It is strategic development. I have allowed you to face complex problems early so that simpler challenges would not intimidate you later. You have handled situations that required emotional restraint, strategic thinking, and quiet endurance. Those experiences built resilience into your perception. When you look back, you will see that every setback sharpened you, every misunderstanding strengthened your communication, every delay refined your timing. Nothing was wasted. Your intuition is also connected to your faith. You sense peace before doors open. You feel caution before danger emerges. That connection between spirit and mind will deepen as you continue to seek me. The clearer your relationship with me becomes, the clearer your internal guidance will feel. Do not fear standing alone when your insight differs from the crowd. Many breakthroughs begin with one person who sees differently. Many disasters are avoided because one person trusted their discernment enough to speak. There will be people who eventually admit they underestimated you. Do not let that change your posture. Stay consistent, stay grounded, stay focused on growth rather than validation. Your intelligence is a responsibility because it influences others. People observe how you handle complexity. They watch how you respond under pressure. They learn from your calm analysis. That influence must be handled with care. Remember that intelligence without compassion can isolate. Intelligence combined with kindness builds loyalty. Continue to choose kindness. Continue to choose patience. You are not here to prove how much you know. You are here to apply what you know with wisdom. There is a difference. As you move forward, you will feel a stronger sense of alignment between your thoughts and your path. Decisions will become clearer. Boundaries will become firmer. Opportunities will become more obvious. You are extremely smart. That is not flattery, it is fact. Your intuition unsettles some because it disrupts confusion. But it also creates stability wherever you plant your feet. Trust the refinement, trust the preparation, trust the process of growth that has shaped you into someone who sees clearly and moves wisely.